Welcome to my tutorial on painting a nose. Create a palette of 5 or 6 skin tones first. I'll attach my how to create a skin tone video below. A good way to practice is to use a photograph like I'm doing here. Pull out your darker shadows first. Usually they are around the nostril region and the sides of the nose. Work from dark to light, drying as you go. And you can see here that I use a hairdryer intermittently. Acrylic paint works best when layered. I suggest a couple of layers or a few layers, but to be honest, I have used about 10 layers in some areas here. The key to a good painting or observational painting of any sort is to continually look at your photo or your subject. Forget that it's a nose and just break down the shadowy areas. You are trying to make it look three-dimensional. The 5 or 6 original tones which you created turn into a few dozen once you start blending and adding additional yellow and red colors. Really look at the skin pigment. Has it a yellow hue or a pink one? Is there a warm orange and red in the shadowy areas, or are the cooler colors instead? And you would have noticed here that I introduced black. Now I mix my black with some red and some brown, so it wasn't pure black. Black is really useful for extreme shadow, but it works best with a mix of brown or red, or if you were using black with blue and purple. If you use black too early, it could really muddy up your work. So I tend to use black towards the end of my painting. Again, blending and mixing is the key. It may look like I am adding straight white here, but in fact I have blended white with skin tone. A light skin tone, but it is not pure white. If I used white, it would stand out too much. I'm now using my brush to mix and blend. You can use your fingers, but I find that a brush results in a smoother finish. Acrylic paint is very forgiving. If you make a mistake, you can paint over it. You will not notice it after a couple of layers. Work your darks back in if you lose them. Keep working dark to light until you are satisfied with the results. The nose is notoriously one of the hardest features of the face to paint. Don't give up. Accept the challenge and practice, practice, practice.